In continuation, the fifth thing I wish I had known before caregiving is that there's joy in giving. Now, of course, I knew that on the normal level, like we all know. However, my decade of caregiving for my grandmother would take me to a deeper meaning of that. My grandmother and I were always close. I mean, we were best friends. And I've mentioned that my grandparents raised me. So our tight bond was formed early in my life. So it was really second nature for me to always give to my grandmother, you know, just the normal things. Even as a teenager, when I first got my driver's license, I couldn't wait to take her out and, you know, let's go shopping, let's go to lunch. Now, I need to back up and say that we were a very small family, and it was basically my mom, my grandmother, and I as the three musketeers. Now, my grandfather was on the scene, so to speak, and I have three cousins and an aunt and an uncle, but other than that, that was my life. I never knew my father, so we were a very tight-knit group. So whenever my grandmother needed anything, I was happy to be there for her. And I spent most of the rest of my time working to build a business. So when things changed and she came to live with us, she would begin to go to work with me every day. So I was learning to give of my time, I was learning to give of my space in my home, and all these different things would begin to slowly teach me how to give truly from my heart. Now, you know, during that time, I would have challenges, and, you know, I would, just like anyone, I would question and think, you know, can I do this? How long can I do this? But over time, the bond that we shared just fueled me and encouraged me to continue on the path. So I think one of the most valuable lessons I learned towards the end of our journey, when her mental and physical abilities were failing from dementia. There's another boat. We have to wait a second. So when her abilities were failing, I would learn to find joy in giving of very simple things, you know, and this happened over a time. It was a decade, so I had plenty of time to go up and down with my emotions and slowly let go of the things that I thought that I was to be doing with my life. And that was another main lesson, was that there was joy in giving up of myself and even of the life that I thought I was to create. Looking back on that, I'm glad I took the time out to take care of my grandmother, because I miss her daily. And if you have lost someone, then you know that feeling. But the joy in giving that I gained is really the reason I'm here. She is the reason I'm here. She gave me the courage throughout my life to go after what I wanted, to go do and be what I wanted to do and be. And when it came down to the end, I'm so glad I chose to give to her. And I would do it all over again. So with that said, I would just encourage you to follow your heart wherever you are on your journey. You'll find your way. We all have that inner compass that can be clouded by the craziness of all the decision making and all the seemingly challenges that come up when you're caregiving. But again, I'm on the other side of it now, and I would just encourage you to stay strong. With that said, I just encourage you to live a life. And some days it may just be your own. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of my grandmother. Oh goodness, it's interesting how the sharing and the expressing of these stories can just really bring it right back. But I'm so grateful for that, and I'm grateful for you to be here and to join me as I really honor my grandmother today and honor life. Just honor life. So I encourage you as a caregiver to know that you are lifting life each day with love. So join me next time, guys, for the 6th thing I wished I had known before caregiving. Thank you. Until then.